Hi guys, give me a second. I'm going to share this. I have the sage out today because I can see where this broadcast is going to go. So I'm going to keep it real high vibe because I feel really amazing. I've had a lot of time to rest. Give me one sec. One more post. I actually have a little bit of a rant. I have lots of news today, but I actually have a little bit of a rant to go on. I have one more post, sorry. I have a little bit of a rant to go on because I'm seeing a lot of craziness around me. Let's just talk about this. We are making a network on Facebook. We are actually strengthening the grid and doing amazing grid work right here on Facebook, a lot of us. And so we're kind of tied into this online community. We're seeing a lot of what's going on, and it's really affecting all of us because we do have one consciousness. So, if consciousness gets weighed down in some capacity, it's going to affect all of us. We're going to talk about negative entities to start, mainly reptilians, because I see a lot of confusion. I'm going to address my favorite part. I don't know if I should get to this last or where to start out. My favorite part is we're all humans, so we're all reptilians. This is not true. There is a reptilian cortex of the brain, which most people are still using, which would be more like fight or flight, fear-based responses, sex, and survival. It's very basic. Let me tell you, if people are getting to this conclusion based on their blood type, it's way off. While people may have a small percentage of reptilian DNA, we're not the majority of it. And actually, people are made in the sculpting of God. So we are, out of all humanity, we can get closest to God out of any race. Now let's talk about why reptiles are negative in capacity. I want to talk about polarity and then how people are just furthering this agenda and getting stuck here by focusing on these things, basically. So bear with me. But basically, what makes someone negative would be their polarity. We all have either a positive or negative polarity, right? Well, it's easy. I used to have a negative polarity. I used to be very service to self. I was on drugs. I did it without trying. It's very easy to kind of get in that. You might think you're a good person, but are you helping others? That's what it comes down to. We get sorted to service the self or service others. So I'm hearing a lot of people who are going to these reptiles for knowledge and saying they're the good guys. They're helping us. They have knowledge. Let me tell you, that's how people got trapped the first time with you. These are negative entities. They are referred to as demons a lot of the time. They're negative entities. They're not positive. They're not helping humanity. And I believe that the people that are letting them lead them are going to be in for a rude awakening later because they're just furthering their agenda. Also, let me just go there. This matrix is not what it seems. This is why the whole thing is ludicrous to me. It is not what it seems. I was trying to explain to someone that you don't need polarity to learn after a certain point, because someone was like, oh no, light and dark will always exist. It's just the balance. My answer to that is no. Once you bypass the fifth dimension, darkness can no longer exist. So you either change your polarity or you're going to have a really hard time changing it later. So I know people are getting really confused, like, no, they're great, we're one with them. These are negative entities. We do not allow them in our new World Earth United group. If you are reptilian, great, keep it to yourself. We will boot you out. These are negative entities. I want to tell you a little bit about how I was tortured for years by one of these entities and how I have extensive background in this. I was targeted by the dark side my entire life for my gifts, and I went through extensive torture by one of these entities. They feed on your fear and anxiety. If you are a negative entity and you start to ascend, at a certain point you're going to have to feed on others' energy. So they don't like your high vibe energy. They like fear, anxiety, any kind of negative energy, anger. This allows them to possess the person and take control of their body and their mind. So you have to understand that these are negative entities. They're not going after you for your great energy. They're siphoning you dry. Humanity is being bled dry on an energetic level and enslaved. And the whole thing is that things are not what they seem. No one is controlling us. No one is that powerful. We're sovereign beings. And by the way, that's the illusion. This is the illusion that the archons and reptiles are controlling us. We're allowing it by believing this. So when you believe that reality, you believe that they have this power over you or that you're being controlled, you're accepting that reality as your own, and it's keeping you trapped. So my biggest soul trap I see would be a lot of people stuck in the fourth density, where you wake up, you have your spiritual awakening, and then you get into Illuminati, conspiracy theories, arguing over flat earth, reptilians, etc., etc. That's where you're putting your energy and your focus. That is becoming your reality. So what I merely suggest is that I mostly reside in 6D, which is oneness. I don't like the 5th dimension. A lot of people are trying to get us there. But I will tell you, the dimensions exist in the same place like an onion, and your vibration will determine what dimension you're accessing. So a lot of people are getting stuck in that 4th density. They might be awake, and then I have people tell me, no, these are high vibe people. They might be awake and knowledgeable, but you're getting stuck in that reality. We have to understand that we're not going to actually go anywhere when we ascend. I used to think that I was going to get taken off world. I used to picture the UFO coming and taking me and my flame and my dog off world, right? We're not actually going to go anywhere. We're going to learn in higher dimensions. And there gets to a point where polarity and duality is no longer needed. Now, we do have to stop seeing things as good and evil. That doesn't even exist. There is positive and negative, like I said. But there's no good and evil. Everything is God's will. You have to understand that there's no Lucifer tormenting the world. God's allowing anything bad to happen for our evolution. We have to kind of understand these things. But I'm not giving away my energy to these entities. You guys can keep arguing about it and saying how they're great and keep feeding them. Keep feeding them. Keep feeding them and wondering why the world is not changing, because if we got rid of this fear, anxiety, even giving them energy at all, they would just all die and we could live in higher dimensions. Once you conquer your own darkness, you are going to be just of light. So that's the illusion. That's the illusion that we need this negative stuff around us. I don't need it, and I'm not going to have it around me. I'm probably one of the most blocked people on Facebook, and I'm okay with that. I don't push my beliefs on anyone. I don't care who you guys are sleeping with, what race you are, what you guys are doing. I'm not judgmental like most people, but I get judged a lot, and I'm okay with that. But I don't try to push my views on people. I just merely broadcast what I'm going through and my experience with the hope that it will motivate some people to want to change things. It will maybe make you guys want to work on yourselves. Maybe you'll see that I'm healing every day, and every day I'm doing better, and it should motivate you guys. It should be like, oh my God, I want to go do what she's doing. I want to go reside in higher dimensions too. I want to get out of here. How many of you guys are sick of this prison planet template that we've been fed? I picture it like I picture it literally like giant mirrors, like 4 mirrors in a room with these little guys holding up these mirrors like a little show, and we're looking at the mirrors and we're not understanding that these weak, pathetic little entities are holding up these elaborate mirrors. And let's talk about how long it took them to build this matrix with all the medications, doctors, matrix enforcers, like police officers everywhere, all this corruption. It took them eons to build this. You have to realize this, but it's an elaborate ruse that they need your free will to participate in. That's where people are getting tricked. You're not getting pushed flu shots, you're going to get the flu shot. Your doctor's not pushing these medications, you're agreeing to it. You're going to the doctor and getting this poison. You're getting these flu shots. You're agreeing to eat the Roundup. You're agreeing to put your children where you are. So then people are like, oh, I don't know why things are going like this. They need your free will, and just understand free will is the only right that you have in this universe. You have to start to use it wisely. I'm using my free will to renounce that I am no longer a slave. I am sovereign, and I am creating my own reality. I am responsible for everything that you see around me. I am responsible for my vibration. If I choose to let people get my vibe down, that's my fault, not theirs. So I'm taking control of my reality. I'm going to build something better. I'm going to know. And then people say, that's not true. I mean, I can only speak from personal experience, but I'm telling you it's true. I'm telling you that me and my twin flame are accessing these higher dimensions. We're accessing higher levels of consciousness. We're doing this every single day. It's not like I turn the camera off and I go eat potato chips at McDonald's. I'm doing this all the time. This is my life now. It's all I care about. Spiritual evolution is all that's real here. Love is all that's real here. So I'm no longer focusing my energy on worrying about things. I know that God will take care of any of my needs, and I have to learn to differentiate between needs and wants, but all of my needs are taken care of. I am okay. I'm not going to die here. We're eternal. I'm fine. So I'm taking control of my life. And that's the trap too, that the reptilians will save us. That's how they sold this from the beginning. They're going to come save and teach humanity. Well, look what happened last time. We never goes as planned, right? We don't need saving. That's how I got trapped into it too. I needed someone to save me earlier in my life, and I had a nice reptilian come try to save me, but then it took a few years to realize he was creating all my problems, creating all my fear, creating all my anxiety, while looking like the savior, while looking like he was helping me. So these are advanced entities, or they used to be. Or they used to be, because they're only 4th density. To me, that's like child's play. It's like kindergarten. At this point, I'm hoping that's the way it is for you guys too, that this is really kindergarten stuff, that we can see through it, that we're becoming smarter. We're learning how to protect ourselves, our energy. Just basically, I would be you're praying to put yourself in white light every day. We're battling on Facebook things that you can't even see because it's a little bit harder. We're not face to face with people where you can read their energy as good. There's a little bit more of a mask on here. Put yourself in white light. Protect your energy. Stop giving it away. Stop letting these entities drain you. They're literally getting such satisfaction draining your energy. And guess what? That's the energy you needed to manifest what you wanted with your life. You're wondering why it's not working? Why is my manifesting not working? Because you don't have the correct energy. You're giving it away on the wrong things. Whatever we focus on will grow. We want to keep focusing on how shitty these systems are. They're going to become shittier. We want to keep focusing on corruption. There will be more corruption. We want to focus on the negative. It will grow. We're feeding the negative. We're not even trying to. We're trying to fix things, but we're really feeding the negative. So it's important to say that while I do news, because I'm into prophecy, which would be warning people so the worst possible outcomes don't happen. And I see those outcomes, and I try to tell people, if we change, if we come together, when we stop living in disharmony, the earth will stop responding, things will go a lot better. We have to put our focus on love, the things we love. We have to get this negativity out of our bodies. We're purging layer upon layer of bullshit programming out. And until you can unprogram your mind and see things differently, you're going to see that same reality that you've been indoctrinated into, which will keep you enslaved. Every time you die, you just reincarnate back here like on a soul trap. I've had hundreds of thousands of lives here because I believe that God was a separate entity from myself. And when we do that, we recycle right back here. I fell into those religious traps as well. So now I'm spiritual and I'm going to liberate my soul this life. Like there's no if, and, or buts about it. And I'm already slowly doing that by changing my perception, by changing the things that I'm seeing. Maybe people are seeing so much negativity because they have a lot of negativity in themselves. You're only going to see what's in yourself, in the outside world. Change the inner, the outer will change. I'm going to do some cards. I know people get so mad. We're one. These entities are going to ascend. They're helping us. No, they're not. You're being misled. That's why it's so important that if you're listening to other people outside of you, you're going to be led astray. So unless you're following your own intuition and developing it, you're going to be misled. The reason why my gifts are becoming so much stronger is because I'm helping others on a daily basis with them. In doing that, we strengthen ourselves. Intuition's just like a muscle. So if you want better intuition, use it, work out, right? And you'll have better muscles. So I'm using that intuition every day. And every day I'm just getting more and more connected. And it's really amazing because everyone around me is pretty connected too. And I know that we're seeing the same things. We're kind of having the same viewpoints. It's just that maybe these people don't belong in our soul group and they're just getting weeded out. Because I see a lot of energy getting weeded out around us. I'm getting messages like, why'd you kick out that really nice guy? Oh, the one that literally caused problems for 15 hours and so much drama like I've never seen before in my life in like 5 minutes. That reptile. We are purging negative energy. I don't want it around me. I no longer need polarity to learn. I'm good. I've had enough polarity lessons. I'm going to learn in love in higher dimensions and in oneness. And so you have to understand that while we're all one, those entities need at least another cycle. I'm not sure if they go to another cycle like people. They probably just dissipate and die. People say, oh, we don't die. Demons do. They just dissipate and disappear. They actually do. People don't. We reincarnate. So I think it's kind of important to know. But people, anyway, that don't make the cut will go to another planet to learn for another cycle. I'm not sure if these entities classify to go there to learn. They may. And if so, they're going to need at least another 75,000 years to evolve. So we don't really want that around us. We just want high vibes around us at this point. And I feel that anyone not in a vibrational alignment will just fall away. I have some news from yesterday. I've been kind of chilling in higher dimensions because I can't take all this anymore. It just kind of weighs me down while I am trying to help pull those out of the third dimension and fourth dimension. I find it becoming a hindrance to my own ascension. So I've been taking a step back and focusing just more on myself this week. So I'm not sure if I'll go live tomorrow. This news would be from Monday, so it is a day old, but I'm sure it's still applicable. We had another whale washed up, a 29-foot whale washed ashore in Chile's Lota Beach. We had a terrifying moment for divers as an earthquake rocks the ocean floor. We had a 5.7 magnitude quake off the coast of the Philippines. I'm bringing this stuff up because we're going through a crazy energy shift. Yesterday was some kind of Celtic holiday, but you know they do all these holidays based on grid points, the Earth's axis, and things going on with the Earth. So it was some kind of landmark. We're all being upgraded and activated right now, so you might be a little bit tired or have ascension symptoms or just feel great. Drink a lot of water though. You're being upgraded, and we're about to see, I kept thinking, because this is a long energy storm we've been in. We're getting hit with radiation, lunar energy, and solar energy. It's just been kind of a long storm, so hang in there. We will have a break, and then we're going to have a full moon next week. So a lot of you guys already aren't sleeping that great. So just kind of hang in there. We're going to see crazy weather next week, so gear up for it. The Marines were testing new weapons, and you know I hate this kind of stuff, but I had to say it. It had to make my news because I don't put anything with North Korea, Syria, we don't care. So, but this I had to put in there. The Marines are testing new weapons, as in futuristic weapons for the next generation, quote, on the beaches of California. Armed robots and drones that deliver bombs and supplies. This is designed with a cyber threat in mind, to be able to attack networks while protecting their own. I'm into foreshadowing, so when I hear they're gearing up for cyber attacks, I mean, really, other than Facebook, what is there? The U.S. Armed Air Force launched an unarmed intercontinental ballistic missile, an ICBM, the 26th. The Minuteman 111 ICBM lifted off from California's Vandenberg Air Force Base. Really, they're just playing war games. Pope Francis is making comments about North Korea, saying there will be broad destruction, and we know this situation is very delicate right now. He's always foreshadowing things that are about to happen because they're behind them all. We're going to see something huge. We really hope for peace, but we know that they're trying to create a war at this point. So we have to be the ones to tip that table. We have to be the ones that are using our free will to create peace here. And if there's more of us creating peace, the more we win. It's real easy. America's in trouble. They're trying to silence you. This should be really apparent too, because I'm someone that uses live feeds and Facebook and social networks. It's becoming real apparent they're trying to silence people, attacking different social networking sites, blocking people that do news, etc. A monstrous and pervasive movement is putting your First Amendment and your free speech, the most basic fundamental right you have in our nation, at risk. It's in danger of extinction. Whether you're on the left, the right, or even not into politics at all, it's essential to our democracy and how our country was founded. You're watching a silencing happening in real time. People are not allowed to express their opinions if it does not align with the thinking of others. It's happening all over campuses and elsewhere right now. It's putting us on a course where we are in danger of becoming a fascist society where there's only one accepted point of view. People are fighting back at Berkeley. This looks like more riots. They're escalating and there's much more violence. I only bring this up because whenever we have these riots, whether they're paid or not, the earth will respond in a weather natural disaster type of way. And they are trying so hard to make that fault line go off in San Andreas, the San Andreas fault line. They're trying so hard, every trick in the book, paid protests, etc. Julian Assange of WikiLeaks was upgraded to a national security threat. Assange said the files were already circulating long before they hit WikiLeaks. I'm going to do some cards now. But people that are going around and saying that reptilians are good, they're pushing a dark agenda and we don't want them around us. So if you're siding with these entities, I would think twice. These aren't demons. These are negative entities that feed on the fear and the misery of humanity. They're also responsible for like every crime ever committed on this planet, archons, reptiles, whether it's homicide, rapes, etc. All the negative dark things they're mostly responsible for. They literally feed on human blood. They eat children. Incest and rape are just second nature to them. They are negative in every capacity. So really, when you're supporting these entities and saying, no, I'm reptilian, I'm positive, no, you're not. It's impossible. Impossible. So maybe people are getting confused with blood types. I'm very knowledgeable on negative RH blood, every type of blood there is. So if you want to have a conversation with me, you can come find me, or I could do another video and break it down for you guys about blood types. That's why there's so much confusion over what people should be eating. Actually, certain people should be vegan and vegetarian, certain people should be eating meat. That's why there's all these arguments. It really depends on your blood type and what kind of DNA and genetics you have. It's important to remember we're all living in the middle of several genetic experiments. So we don't have the same type of DNA. All of humanity, although we may be from one source, there's different genetics going on here. Okay. And I know I'm not popular for this, but I use this kind of like a trap too to weed people out and see if there's a negative backlash, etc. I believe Lionel's watching to see if people want to write negative comments on here, because we don't have any tolerance for it. We're just going to get rid of it. And that's the amazing thing about creating an online network, right? Delete and block. We can really do a better job than dealing with humanity in real life. Jennifer Kelsey, good morning. Love begins. You're going to love yourself more, and guess what's going to happen? It's going to transform every relationship in your entire life. Like literally, because we're just a mirror. Literally, and we want to change everyone and everything around us, but I'm about to go get the real mirror right here. What happens if I'm looking in a mirror, like this is the mirror, and I don't like how I look, so I'm going to go change the hair. It doesn't work very good, right? It doesn't change. I don't like my hair. I think I'll change it. It's not working. I don't know why it's not working. That's exactly what this is. It's an optical mirror illusion. So we can't change the world, we can't change anyone else, but what we can do is we can change ourselves. And literally everything will change around us, your entire reflection. Work on more self-love. I can't say your name. Sayabahan Bradley. I might have got the accent kind of good. I used to speak Hebrew. Authority. Literally, just know that you're an indigo starseed, and that literally you don't like authority, but you're not going to go out there and change the world like I just said. That was already for you. You're literally going to take that focus and you're going to become wise and change yourself. You're going to realize I am the only one that I can change in this matrix. Like, I might be able to try to be a good example or give you guys advice, but you guys have to learn your own lessons and do it on your own. I can't do it for you. Even my twin flame told me that. I can't do this for you. You have to do it yourself. And I did. So we can be like an inspiration, but we can only change ourselves. As we change ourselves, our lessons will change. Basically, we go through the same lessons on repeat till we pass them. This is a school. It's an art school. So I had the same lesson over and over until I could get sober and until I could get onto holistic medications from the medications I was on, because it was keeping me at a very low vibration. I didn't realize that pharmaceuticals keep you at such a low vibration, they keep you trapped here. So until I could liberate myself, I learned a lot of the same lessons on repeat. So if you want to change your circumstance, get past these lessons. Amy Michelle, good morning. Good morning. Rejoice in celebration. I've missed all of you guys. I've been around you guys, but I haven't seen the same group of people on my lives. You should be celebrating that you're doing so good. You're actually getting somewhere. You've been working really hard. I just know that. You're a lot like me, where if we get the passion, we'll work hard on something. So you're doing really good on your ascension. Drink more water. You're being upgraded right now. This is very intense energy. It feels like a pressure cooker. Jessica Walker. You're working on your crown chakra. I think this is a good time real quick to insert that we teach Reiki classes on our site. I do readings too, which is a little harder to reach me on, but we do healing work. And anyone getting a chakra card, our best service I like to offer is our chakra opening, where we'll sweep all of your chakras, make sure they're open and spinning properly, but we'll also remove any energetic blocks, which is really amazing. And these blocks are what's blocking us from manifesting and creating the reality we want. So you have a blocked crown chakra. You can pray, you can work on your connection with source. When all of your chakras are opened, you're enlightened. I know a lot of people feel like having a lot of knowledge makes you enlightened, but no. It's more like having all your chakras open and kind of embodying that light. There's a difference between reading about it and doing it. Barbara Soares. You're really igniting a passion. You have a very open heart chakra. Someone that has a closed heart chakra would be another good example, would be a reptilian. I'm not even sure they have chakras, so they have no empathy. But humans have chakras, so someone with an open heart chakra is going to have a lot of empathy and compassion. That is our weapon. That is what they don't have and what we have. We have empathy. I can bond with you and relate with you right now. If you're feeling pain, I can feel it. I can even absorb it and help heal you. So we're very deeply connected. That's something they don't have. They have no loyalty among themselves, so don't think they'll have loyalty with you. They don't even have loyalty among themselves. We're seen as food to them. We're literally seen like cows and chickens, how a vegan might view that scenario of an animal suffering. That's us to the reptilians. No joke. We're seen as kind of a livestock. So work on your heart chakra, work on igniting that passion and that empathy and that compassion, because your chakras will just keep expanding. Alimanaz, Triumph. You're already so successful in everything that you're doing. I love these cards. That's why they're so optimistic for the people that are on this spiritual path and doing the work. And we all are. Someone said yesterday that something about, oh, I'm going to be removing people who aren't spiritual on my page. Everyone's spiritual. Everyone is on a spiritual path. You might not feel very spiritual some of the places that you've been in your life, but trust me, it's part of your path. It's part of a divine plan, and your whole life has been spiritual. Some people might say, I'm not spiritual, I'm not religious. Yes, it's in your nature. It's just who you are. A.T. Harvey. This is my favorite. This is what I'm doing. I am gearing up. I don't know exactly for what, but I'm going to be ready. And I'm working on spiritual strength, so I'm kind of ready for anything that hits me. I just literally, I don't plan out my days or my life anymore. I go with the flow. I'm in the flow. I help others to better insert myself in the flow, and I just go with the flow. But I'm working on building my ark, which would be my temple, my body. I'm working on spiritual strength and repairing my soul. I had a lot of healing work to do, more than any of you guys, I assure you. I literally was like one of the worst cases that probably someone shouldn't have been able to come back from and repair themselves all the way. And I'm kind of proving everyone wrong on my journey. So I assure you that once you heal your soul, your body will follow completely. So we're kind of doing a spiritual healing right now. Jackie L. Baylor. Wisdom. You're in need of wisdom, not a card. Yes, aren't we all? Hopefully just by communicating with me, I'm giving you some downloads right off my third eye, and this will give you some better wisdom than whatever I'm saying, just being around me energetically. I do these live feeds so that I can connect with you guys. I am on Facebook so I can, every time I'm commenting or liking your status, I'm sending you energy. There's an energy exchange between everything that we do, and I'm just more conscious of it and learning how to use it to our advantage so that I can help consciousness and kind of heal everyone in a kind of wide scale kind of way. Like, I reach a lot of people on these videos. So being around me is doing really good things for you energetically. It's repairing your body in a deep way. I'm doing a lot of DNA repair around people and activations. So just keep searching for that wisdom because that's all you can really attain and take with you here. Amber Milano. Okay, I'll do blood type tomorrow. I'll do a blood type. I'll break it down. This will settle the vegan debate too, all in one. I'm just trying to throw it out there that maybe everyone's right. Maybe the universe is that big that I could believe something totally different than you, and it could still be real right here, because anything that we believe to be real will be. So it's kind of crazy how the universe works. That's why I'm very careful about the things I let into my mind and into my subconscious. I'm not going to fill it with crap about the elite all day, archons, reptiles. I just don't care, because those kind of things can't faze me anymore. So I guess it's kind of a matter of perception and lifting those out of that. I already knew this when I came to the New World Earth United group, that most of the people, any current people that were in it, I think there might have been like 1,000 people in it, that any current people in it were stuck in the third and fourth densities. And me and my twin flames intent was to come to this group and to lift everyone up higher. So I'm still working on it, but it will happen. A lot of people are still trapped in the fourth dimension. We must break out of that illusion, that mindset, and know that there's a better world right here that we can access. We just couldn't see it before. And we're just kind of tuning in and realizing this and creating what we want with our lives. So Amber, Emotional loss, literally. Work on healing your heart chakra, because there's just so much at play here. You'll just kind of, if you're trying to like figure out all these spiritual ideas and everything, you're just going to kind of fill your head with garbage. Real spirituality is not about what you're thinking and how much you can think about. It's more about feeling, and a sense of knowing. So really work on healing your heart chakra. Try not to fill your minds up with too much of this knowledge that can't even be verified and you don't even know if it's real. I know that we have good intuition, but really, like a lot of these concepts, I mean, how they can't even settle the flat earth debate for someone. Go take a picture of it. Oh, they can't. like, you know, so I don't know. People are just putting too much focus on things that aren't important. These things are not important. What's important is that we start taking care of our earth and ourselves. Not if it's flat around, it makes no difference. We literally need to take a better care of it and to save ourselves and the planet we live on. A lot of people don't understand that. If the planet dies, so do we. So while I heard the earth is dying and going into its next incarnation, we really want to try to preserve it. Patty Hall. Fertility. If you want, this card could mean a baby, but usually it's a sign of abundance. It's one of the best cards in the deck, and it's really just a sign of abundance. That's what this moon is representing. It's spring. This is a time where things come alive that were dead for months. So this is a time of abundance. Anyone's jobs, I'm seeing a lot of angry faces. Seeing a lot of angry faces, I'm not sure why, and I don't care. I'm just gonna say that, like, literally though, I forgot where I was going. That literally though, that this is a time of abundance. That literally your businesses, your jobs should be doing really good right now. You should start to kind of be manifesting abundance and working on like material things. Taurus is about the material world. I believe that a lot of people have conquered the spiritual world, but it doesn't do you any good if you have to conquer the material, if you can't conquer the material world as well. You have to be able to conquer the material world and literally the spiritual world all in one. Sorry, I'm doing some healing while I'm reading the comments because I'm figuring out, I'm getting to the bottom of why someone would feel so negative that they want to leave me like 5,000 angry faces. So I'm actually doing a negative entity removal right now, and that's why these entities fear me. I'll vanquish you back to the other realm and you'll never come back here. Yeah, in the light of Christ consciousness, I'm filled with Christ consciousness energy, and I don't know, you should kind of be afraid if you're a negative entity around me because I'll see you and I'll vanquish you, I'll heal the person, I don't care. So I really see that someone's getting upset over it. And my body's deflecting it already. You guys don't understand how I have kind of like a built-in defense system. So while I'm getting all this negativity projected at me, it's actually hitting me. I'm feeling it right now. And it's coming back to you like 100-fold. So I will be really careful projecting on me right now. I'm feeling the anxiety and I'm absorbing it, but you know it's coming all back to you. As I said, this is a mirror. I'm just a mirror to you. So when you're trying to project your wrath and your hate on someone, you're really doing it to yourself. There is no one else. It's an illusion, like I said. So you can't destroy me. You can only destroy yourself. You can't project your anger on me. You can only make yourself angry. You're not going to upset me. You're only going to upset yourself. So I feel you deeply, and I don't really have any compassion for it at this point. I have compassion for the right people. I'm using my discernment. So I'm not going to get off here, though. I'm not. So I know that's people's intent. They want me to get off alive, and they think a couple sad faces are going to get me off. I'm not going anywhere, ever. And I think that you're only going to start seeing me more around Facebook, too, so I would just get used to it. Demary Solis. Material and spiritual prosperity. Oh, and thank you for making me more famous. All those little angry faces you're giving me, by the way, you're just giving me more ratings. You're giving me more comments, and you're helping me. Do you know that? Thank you. So anyways, we have material and spiritual prosperity for Demera, literally. So work on your soul, and your material situation is going to change. Like I just said, we have to become alchemists of the spiritual world and the material world, literally. So work on yourself spiritually, and everything else will fall into into line. As we raise our vibrations, the things we're attracting, we're gonna change. So normally when I'm doing live videos, if I stay off these topics, I don't get like a lot of negative backlash. It depends on my topic. So I already knew this before I brought this up. I already saw all this because I'm psychic, and I was ready for it. I have so much sage in this room right now. I literally have so much sage. So much sage. Just makes me feel a little better, right? I saw all this before it happened. Literally, that's the one good thing about being on this fight, is that my angels show me everything. I had people, someone deleting members from our group this morning. My angels showed me. Like, my angels already showed me that this was going to happen. I brought sage. So, I'm cool. So, that's the one good thing about this battle. We can kind of see what's going to happen. Tarragon solves. Sacrifice. Literally, what are you sacrificing your energy to? Because there are those trying to drain us right now all around us. What are we giving our energy to? No one can take your energy. You choose to give it away. So I'm not choosing to give mine away anymore. I'm choosing just to focus on the positive, even though there may be negative around on Facebook. Not in my world, not in my real world. There is no negativity. And I'm going to tell you guys, you can rise above it. But when I'm coming back down and accessing the lower dimensions to help teach and work with you guys, I do see a lot of negativity. So I'm choosing not to give my energy to it. But I will tell you that you can reside in higher dimensions and just get rid of all of this negativity. Amy Meyer. Triumph and success. Literally, you're so successful at everything that you're doing right now. This energy is amping up manifesting. So I'm using this energy to manifest Reiki students. You should check out our Reiki classes and chakra openings. I'm going to do something productive with it. I'm going to manifest the things I want by focusing on them. So use this energy to manifest. Focus on the things that you want instead of the things you don't want. Amy Meyer, good morning, my love. What's disrupting you from the flow, literally? What's cutting you off from source? I don't know. When I am getting too wrapped up in the illusion and those around me, I kind of feel a little disconnected. It can lower my vibe. So when I'm most connected would be when I'm spending a lot of time alone, meditating, just kind of being in my own world. So literally just pay attention to what you're giving your energy to, because there are those around us that are seeking to drain us. Still, it's kind of like humanity is enslaved by reptilians, and then people wake up and then they buy into the reptilians are helping them and they get enslaved again. So just be really careful about what you're giving your energy to, because that's your choice. A.T. Harvey. Emotional withdrawal. Literally, just pay attention, go out into nature, get quiet, kind of listen. I'm learning how to listen to the universe. This is my favorite card because it literally has a meditation, seesaw, and nature all in one. Get out into nature. The weather's kind of bad where I live. It's kind of raining, but when it gets nicer, this energy is going to shift and be amazing. So get outside if you can. Connect with nature. If you do a video, we can help teach. I'm learning from all you guys around me. I'm also, this is a good time to put up that I'm working on my site. I'm going to put up an online area for classes, and I'm going to do a free class, which people can donate to join. And it will be a free class, and it will be a certain area on my site, and there will be live videos as well as text versions, and there are going to be classes that I'm going to start enrolling people for and teaching. But if you miss one of the lessons, we do one lesson a month. If you miss one of the lessons, I have to kick you out because they are contingent that you stack them upon each other. So I'm really excited. I'm still kind of learning the material myself that I've been given. And I'm really excited to see what my future brings. I see huge things for the projects I'm working on, the people I'm working with around me, and just amazing things for all of us. So I'm learning from all of you guys. I just kind of threw myself out there live. I don't know how long I've been doing live videos, over a year. I just kind of woke up and threw myself out there, and I've been doing my whole awakening right on camera in front of you guys since the second I woke up, pretty much. Through my delirium and everything, I've been doing these videos. So things are picking up intensity. We're all students and we're all teachers. I'm equal with you guys. It's not like I know anything you guys don't. So we're all students and teachers here. Desiree Lewis. Moving on. You're moving on from anyone and anything not serving you, anything weighing down your vibration. And that's the process we're going through with our lives. That's why certain people have been removed from your life in the past. They were not serving you. They were not wishing you the best. Just like a walker, namaste. Work on your heart chakra. You have to process this past grief and pain. I'm not sure if it's from a death this life or in a past life, but we carry on this pain. And we also, when we're born, inherit our parents' block chakras. That's why sometimes you can really benefit from having someone else do energy work on you, because sometimes we don't even realize these blocks and can't feel them. That is my gift. I can feel and unlock chakras. Me and my twin flame do our work together, our energy work, and we wouldn't be able to do it without each other. But just work on your heart chakra, literally. Denitza Rodriguez. Truth. Amazing. I can't believe someone will hit the angry face so many times and waste all that energy. And then I can see the whole scenario. It's so sad. I see who it is too. I see everything. I don't think people realize this about me. I usually don't say anything. I see every single thing going on around me. It's insane. So I get people might not realize that about me. I just can't believe someone would sit there for an entire hour hitting that button like they don't have anything better to do. It's so nice out. I don't care if it's raining out. Get outside. Go do something fun. You know what we're here for? We're here to have as many fun experiences as we can. We're not here to create misery and negativity. We're here to have fun. We're supposed to be having a life. By the way, some people are going to watch their Akashic record and it's going to be like hell to them. That's probably where they get these concepts, because they're going to see every missed opportunity. They're going to see every opportunity that they didn't see during their life, and everything, how everything could have been, and it's going to be really sad. Use your energy to create your life. Get out there and do fun things. When you're sitting there attacking someone of light, you're not of light. You're dark right now. So I see you. I see what's around me, and it's cool. I'm immune to it. You're not hurting me, you're hurting yourself. And I have such compassion for that. I feel bad for you. I feel bad you're sitting here hitting the button, because I have angels all around me and God protecting me. So I feel bad for anyone that attacks me. You'll notice I'm not attacking people back. That's not my style. I've evolved past that. I don't need to be right. I don't have that ego where I have to be right and oh my God. I don't have that anymore. You'll get past all that. I just feel bad for you. Denitza, literally, truth. We're here for the truth, and the truth will set you free, and that's why so many people attack me, because they can't handle the truth coming out, because it's the same ones that are telling you that they're helping you, these same reptiles that have enslaved humanity for centuries, that are holding the truth. They're not going to give it to you now. Their intent is just to keep people enslaved, and I'm setting you free. I'm giving you everything you need for free on how to liberate your soul and how to get out of here, and you really could do that, and to go learn in higher dimensions. You can leave this planet and learn in other galaxies. You can't until you learn how to act and liberate your soul, and it's all about being nice. And when you're being mean to me, you're being mean to God. That's something people don't understand. Oh, I'm attacking people. Okay, great. I don't care if you're light or dark. You're attacking God every time you attack someone, every time you're mean to someone, and you're going to see it and be in for a rude awakening later, I'm telling you. But this truth I hold, it's like kind of like a key to higher dimensions. You need truth and love. I have both those keys. And I understand that there are those that wish to suppress me, and you're not going to. So you're just kind of, I don't know, it's just crazy to me. I also don't like how people hide knowledge, like how people are hiding the knowledge in high places. I'm very against any kind of secret societies, organizations that are using truth to distort things and control humanity. The truth isn't that important. I'm about to rip the card up. The truth isn't really that important. It's all about love. So really, you're attacking me for nothing, because people are finding their love. People are, they're going to get sick of going through this miserable stuff, and they're going to latch on to love eventually. Love is all that's real here. So just focus on love, literally, and it will set you free. Follow love. It will raise your vibration. Anything negative will dissipate. Where there's love, you can't have fear. The two can't exist. So you can pick love or fear right now. And I'm picking love. I'm picking love for all of you. I'm picking love for those that attack me too. I'm picking love and compassion for all. But I'm going to distance myself from this after. Annie F. Smith, power. Your true power will come from helping and serving others. That's why my gifts are so strong, because I've been service of others for a very long time, and I donate my time. That's all I really have. I don't have a lot of resources like a lot of people here, so I donate my time. That's really all I have. So just really do something service to others. Help someone. Do something nice. It will raise your own vibration. When I'm helping others, I'm really helping myself. People don't realize that I'm helping others so that I can help myself and my own soul. And it's kind of like an even exchange. So work on that true power, which is going to be divine. Jessica Grasso. Nostalgia. Oh, memories of love. I hope you're not missing that guy. I hope you're not missing the reptile. Jessica will tell you an equal horror story how she was tortured too. And fed on, and how pretty much she's healing from it now a long time later. These things can take a long time to heal from. So she's healing. Try to let go of that nostalgia and just know that once you heal fully, you will manifest your twin flame. That's the goal. I'm seeing it happen a lot around me, is that we actually are supposed to complete ourselves as a person and reunite with our twin flames. That's really what I'm trying to help you guys do. I'm going to let you guys go on a really early note because I have some purging to do off of this post. But I will be here tomorrow morning. I'll talk a little bit about blood types. And you know, you guys can always give me video ideas too, because I'm always needing ideas and I can pretty much channel on anything. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to do a little bit of reptile slaying on my page. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully you make the cut.